Halo teman-teman, kembali lagi dengan aku Lala. Hari ini kita akan melanjutkan lagi game Life in Adventure. Oh ya, kita dapat H1 ya. Dan dia ngomongin tentang brothernya. Lauren respond with a smile and tell you about his brother. His name is Ravis. He's about a hand taller than me, has a short brown hair, and has freckles on his face. Now then, if you see him, do tell him that his sister is still waiting, please. She asks you to wait and head into the basement storage. She returned with a bottle of grape wine. This is our town specialty wine. Think it as my payment. You leave the inn with a bottle of wine. Okay. Rain clouds suddenly gather above you and it starts to rain. Luckily, you see a giant tree. It looks like you could hide from the rain there. I guess continue in the rain. Yes. You trudge on through the rain. The weather is quite cold, but it doesn't bother you. In the sun-dappled forest, you witness an unexpected sight. A mythical unicorn, lies sprawled by the side of softly gleaming lake. The horse has a coat as white as ivory and a platinum horn upon its forehead. It is a unicorn. You cautiously approach the unicorn. It doesn't seem to have the strength to flee. It remains still even as it sees you. Upon closer inspection, you notice that its fur is stained with patch of crimson. Can I cure it, please? Oh no! You examine the unicorn wound. However, you cannot determine what action to take, and all you can do is watch as the unicorn suffer. Offer your condolence. You offer a blessing for the deceased unicorn and leave the place. I cannot do that, man. It's just... You find a request on the bulletin board of a town. Anyone would think that they are good at exploring dungeon, come to the tavern. Oh, I guess kayaknya aku udah siap, maybe. You take the request from the board and head to the nearest tavern. The tavern-only customers are a group of adventurers, probably because it isn't the busiest time of the day yet. When you put the request paper on the table, a man that looked like the leader answers you. You will get 20% of everything we find at the dungeon. If you get nothing, you get nothing. You don't like it? Drink some beer and get lost. The man stared at you after finishing drinking beer. Nah, that will do. I guess it's okay. As you nod in consent, the man smiled faintly and speak. Good. My name's Kevin and these are my party member. Let's give it our best shot. Kevin shake your hand and introduce you to the other adventurer. The tall, slender, Avud, Jasmal the bald, and Charti, the only female of the party. They look like a long childhood friends. A short conversation led to story of their younger days. 2 days later, you head to cave with your party member. Kevin stopped the other in front of the entrance and asked you to check for trap. Let's try it. Oof, trap. Fail. You do your best to investigate the cave, but it's way too dark in there. When you tell that to Kevin, he answer displeased. Ya, aku cuma dibayar 20% ya, jadi gimana ya? Atau especially ask for people who are confident in their skill. Kevin shake his head and kick you out from his party. Yikes! They continue the investigation inside the dungeon by themselves. You stare at their backs for a while and soon leave the cave quietly. Okay. You arrive at some abandoned ruins. There are no sign of life, but you tread carefully, surveying the area. Just as you take one step, crack the ground slightly shake. You look down and notice that the color of the ground is ever so slightly different from the surrounding. Lower, please. You sense that the ground might crumble, and you lower your stance. Almost simultaneously, the ground below collapses, taking you down to the unknown place. You fall from the great height, but for some reason, you don't speed up as you fall. Fortunately, you are able to float safely down to the ground. You look around to find a giant door and a stone statue. Examine? As you examine the stone statue, you feel as if the statue could move at any moment. The stone statue is facing forward. It looked like something was dragged along the ground. Facing forward. Ini yang left ya? So clock. You turn the left stone statue clockwise. The stone statue starts to glow red and move. Wrong. Exhale. What? The stone statue is holding a spear split into three and it rushes towards you. Wah! Please. Okay, can I? Please, please, you can do it. Just dodge, dodge. Come on. Oh my god, aku menang. Goal 20. You destroy the stone statue, protecting a door. When the stone statue are destroyed, a big crack appears in the door and before it crumbles to the ground. Inside the chest is a bronze chalice stained with blood. As you try to gather the thing into your bag, the torch on the wall goes out. The room becomes pitch black. You are overwhelmed by the darkness and you hear something rattle. Run, 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 run. A sliver of light is shining through the huge entrance. You run toward it at a full speed. Whoosh! The arrow flies past, barely missing you. You are lucky enough to dodge the arrow and successfully escape the room. The entity who shot you revealed its identity in the dark. Something made up of white bones eerily makes its way towards you. Ooh, please, yes. It's okay. Gila, ternyata arrow yang aku beli mahal itu lumayan anu ya. I guess charisma. Yes. Bloody Bronzy Chalice, Sanity 2, XP 2, Gold 30, yes. The skeleton shatter to smithereens. You dust off the powder bones and walk toward the chest. Then you collect the thing inside the chest and leave the ruin. Setelah kita dapat, what is this? An old bronzy goblet. It is stained with blood and filled with an old magic. Oke, nggak bisa. Oke. Jadi kalau misalnya aku mau pakai ini, aku harus ganti bukan pakai arrow. Oke. You are relaxing in front of the fire, enjoying the sound of a crackling wood. You sense that it suddenly quiet and spot a mandrill eyes. The hungry mandrill glare at you as it slowly approach. The mandrill growls at you if it's demanding food, ready to punch at any moment. I don't have it, so try it, I guess. No? Okay. You glare at mandrill with a deadly look in your eyes, but the mandrill ignore it and charge straight at you. It's okay. Roll. Yes. Yes. Yay! You defeat the mandrill. You arrive at a small town. The people here are muttering something with empty eyes. When you approach them to listen closer, they are saying, "Great Harald is the only divine one." One of them walk up to you and asks, "Which divine do you believe in?" He questions you, devoid of any and all emotion on his face. He is wearing an old straw hat and rich clothes, holding a rake in his hand. When his eyes meet yours, you find that they are empty like a dry up well. I don't think it's good to tell. Name random divine. He listened to your response, his face still blank. Then he answered with a yet again blank voice. "That is a false god. Do not believe something that does not exist. Worship Halat now." As soon as he finished, he tightened his grip on his rake and swung it at you. I knew it. I knew that you will attack me. Woo. Brainwash farmer. Damn it. You beat the man up good, and he rolled onto the floor. Then a priest wearing a red robe appeared. He looked at the fallen man and you, then shouted at you with his hostility. What? "You insolent!" He pulled out a dagger from his pocket and started swinging at you. Wah, the heck with people in here. Wow. The red robe priest charged at you, but is defeated. When he collapsed, life returned to the townspeople's eyes. What? What am I doing here? Some start touching their own body, pinching themselves in the face, and some even start collapsing to the ground like stringless puppet. The man that guided you to the church comes and talks to you. What just happened? Explain? You tell them that they have been brainwashed and that you free them from the spell. After hearing your explanation, you shake your hands and speak. Thank you. I wish you would have done it in a more pleasant way, but what matters is that you saved my life. Come to my house. I'd like to invite you for a meal to show my appreciation. You follow him to his shabby old house. He seemed to be living alone. We seem to have made him a fine cook. He presents you a stew with a diversity of veggie and a bit of meat. It looks like he's making a living out of all sort of bits and pieces. You knock yourself out with the stew and exit his house. Okay, thank you, man. You meet an old man in a rake clothing. carrying lots of bow on his back. His face seemingly was in its 60 or 70, but his body was shaped with a small but hard muscle. After seeing you, he talked to you angrily. Hey, you gonna buy a bow or what? Aku punya 100, yes. Let's see. Ini DPS-nya 31,7. I need something different. Wow. Apa-apaan? Kalau ini dihargai berapa? 13. Wah, ini jangan nih. Ini sayang. Let's see. Ini 31. Ini harganya gila, mahal banget. 175. Uangku cuma 100, cay. Woi. Gila, mahal amat. Yaudah, gak bisa. Sorry. You didn't get to find Rahif, but your travel leads you back to Belo, the coastal city. Unlike the last time you were here, the city being bathed by sunlight, it was as if it is a completely different city. As you enter the inn, you notice something peculiar. The innkeeper and Lauren are nowhere to be seen. Huh? You decide to sit around and wait until the innkeeper comes back. After some time has passed, as you get tired of waiting and stand up to leave, the innkeeper enters the inn with a basketful of bread. Her head and shoulder are covered in snow. Oh, I apologize. It's been warm for the last few days and now we're getting this snowstorm all of a sudden. I hope you were not waiting too long. She put down the half-frozen basket and continued. Heading outside, were you? I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not until the sea breeze pushes away the gust from the mountain. You move the curtain and look outside. Everything around the inn has turned white from the snowing. Yeah, okay. You decide to stay in the inn until the snowstorm ends. You ask the innkeeper how much a stay will cost, but she shakes her head and answers, No need. It seems like the god of the frozen mountain wants you to stay at Belo, or perhaps someone in this town needs your assistance. The innkeeper stared at you and continued. For example, an innkeeper whose employee went missing. What do you need help with? The innkeeper answered happily. I knew it. I was sure I can ask for your assistance, adventurer. In fact, I sent Lauren on a little errand, and she still hasn't returned. It was a simple errand. It shouldn't take this long. Would you please look for her? I fear something bad has happened to her in this snowstorm. You wear your jacket and prepare to go outside. The innkeeper stops you and hands you a cup of warm tea. Please, this will help you against the cold. You do as he says, downing the tea in one gulp. You feel the heat getting produced from inside your body. You open the door and exit the inn. The sculptor, I guess? You head to the place where Lauren ice sculptures are. But you're drifting through the snow. You trip over something and fall down. It's what left of an ice sculptor after most of it has melted away. Apparently, the sculptors could not endure the sunlight and melted. Then you hear the voice of a woman not too far away from you. It's Lauren. She's laying down next to her brother's sculptor, wailing. Ask her what she's doing. You ask Lauren what she's doing, but she does not move an inch. She just keeps on touching the sculptor. Amazingly, the sculpture of her brother is still intact. The sunlight did nothing to the ice. You wonder how this is even possible. I know where my brother is. Judging from her body temperature, she's been out here for a long time. Her hands are ice cold, and the tear freeze as soon as they stream down from her eyes. His soul is in this sculpture. He wandered around the afterlife and returned here. She pat the ice sculptor with her hand, sobbing. All I wanted from you was to return safely. Why? Why did you? Why? She continued to wail and cry before collapsing into your arm. You immediately take her to the inn. The innkeeper started to see Lauren like that and screamed, My God, quick, here! You place Lauren next to a fireplace, and the innkeeper covered her with the Sasquatch rug. Please, we need some firewood, the innkeeper say, but as you are about to go downstairs for the firewood, a cold hand grabs you. Lauren speaks in a dwindling voice, holding your hand. Don't leave. What shall I do? Stay. You stay next to Lauren. She looks at you with the half-closed eyes, before finally closing them. Then her hand falls powerlessly to the floor. Oh my God! Dia mati! She was so young, and she left like this. The innkeeper muttered to herself in pity. She then stared at you and speak. Dear adventurer, if you don't mind, will you please help me bury her after the snowstorm has ended? Sure. You gladly decide to accept her request. The innkeeper prepared a cup of warm tea for you and head outside. Only the sound of the snowstorm hitting the window can be heard. The snowstorm began to settle down after dusk. The innkeeper returned to you, hand you a shovel and speak. Well now, it looked like the snowstorm ending. Let's go, shall we? Let's bury her next to the sculptor. You carry Lauren's body and head to the place her sculptor is at. The ice sculptor stands firmly, not affected by the snowstorm one bit. You put Lauren down and start digging. Some of the townsfolk see what happened and approach you and the innkeeper for condolence. They go away when the grave is complete. You and the innkeeper finishing the preparation, cleaning up the area around it, then drop of water hit your face. When you look up, you see the sculptor melting. It's as if the sculptor was crying. The melting sculptor soon crumbled down onto the grave. My God. The sculptor shattered to pieces with a loud thud. The scene can only be described as the sculptor hugging the grave tightly. The innkeeper opened her mouth after seeing this. It's like the sculptor is embracing sister. Thanks for helping. This isn't much, but please take it. The innkeeper hands you some of her bread. You put them in your backpack. You leave behind the shattered sculptor and walk away from the town. My God. Oh my God. Arriving on a small village, you look for a job to earn some money for your adventurer. But it seems all the jobs you can find are either already taken by another adventurer or things outside your capability. Alas, you decide to enjoy some free time in the pub, drinking beer. But then you hear a ruckus outside. As you head outside to see what's going on, you see a bleeding adventurer on the ground. Please, save my companion. Okay? He definitely panicking. You cannot really understand what he's saying. In summary, he went hunting in the woods with one of his allies and came across a lion while they were chasing an elk. But it was no ordinary lion, but amalgam of all sort of animal. Berarti kayak lion hybrid paling ya, nggak sih? He and his ally were defeated right away, and his ally was taken by the beast. You realize that the beast he's talking about is Manticore. I'll save him, maybe. You tell him that you will help. After hearing about where the monster is, you head into the forest. The forest itself isn't that hard to travel, but the sun is starting to disappear. Hurry. The rescue operation will be much harder in the dark, so you hurry toward the manticore nest. As you near the nest, a manticore jumps from above in front of you from a high place. You will not have been able to see its shadow in the dark. You quickly evade its attack and jump into combat. Please. Can I have... Yikes. You desperately fight the manticore, but its wing, iron like leather and sharp fangs and claws get the better of you. Unable to bring down the beast, you seize the opportunity to flee. The manticore does not chase you further. Apparently, it isn't hungry at the moment. Back in the village, you bear the bad news of failing to rescue the adventurer. The tragic news robbed them of their hope, and you cannot help avoiding their gaze. Yikes. You find a small pond in the woods. A deer is drinking from it. As you approach the pond, the deer look up and run away. But a giant snake suddenly emerged from the ground and snatched it up. The giant snake sinks its teeth into the deer's neck and look at you. Threaten him. No? Oh, Ma. You threaten the giant snake, glaring at it menacingly. The creature doesn't like it one bit. It throws down the deer and lunges forward. Please. Yes. Okay. You kill the giant snake. The deer, now conscious, run away into the deeper wood. After staring at you for a moment, you pass through the corpse and head to some place. Oh, jadi di sini kita bisa beli kayak background nanu pakai gem ini. Jadi ada cerita yang berbeda. Kalau kita kan masih yang biasa ini. Gitu. Bye bye dear. Lain kali jangan kesini lagi ya. Hati-hati. You are walking through cracked earth and gravel, watching the rain clouds looming over you. It seems like the dry season is about to end. Just then you see an eagle circling above your head. It bothers you, but soon the bird fly away and you are on your way again. A few moments later, you realize you had seen a trained eagle. You face a group of lizard folk who have tracked you down. Try to fight? You decide to show them you are not some easy prey. Please, yes. Hihi. 50 gold. Yay, goldku tambah banyak. Ya ampun. Kerasanya kok kayaknya yang dilakukan banyak, tapi goldnya masih 135. You defeat the lizard folk. They fall to the ground bleeding. And you walk past their corpses, continuing your adventure. Help! Someone please help! You hear a woman screaming in the distance. You rush over to find a broken down carriage and a woman on her knees surrounded by armed bandits. Rescue. You decide to rescue the woman. The thieves take out their dagger and club. You should have minded your own business. Yes. Yes. XP 1, gold 10. Yay. Oh, ini yang aku lupa event ini. Yang aku dicolong. You beat up the bandit. Suddenly you feel a cold piercing in your waist. The woman has stabbed you with her dagger. The poison or a blade paralyzes you and you fall on your knees. She smiles shyly and loud. How stupid. Then she starts rummaging through your backpack. The woman and the bandit run off with your gold. Sial. You use the flyer as a guide to find your employer, Martin. His house is so lavishly large that it takes 20 minutes to go from the gates through the garden to the house. It's a beige brick mansion with a navy roof, surrounded by a green grass, flowers, and a pond with a marble fountain. Martin is an old man who claimed to have bought the house after retirement. But I chose the wrong house. See for yourself when it's time. He seemed to get depressed just by talking about it. Martin calls you as the sun is setting over the mountain. It's about to begin. As soon as the sun goes down, the garden becomes a battlefield. Wraiths emerge from the ground to fight each other. Martin signs and asks you to get rid of them. Let's ask about first. You ask him about the house. He signs again and answers. I asked my servant to do some research on this mansion. I should have before buying it. So foolishly. Turned out a small battle took place here against some foreign country. Those ghosts are what's left of its soldier. I wanted to cancel the deal but could not. They refused to give my money back, not a single penny. I considered suing them, but I probably die from stress before the court can make a ruling. Let's inspect the garden first. You look down at the garden from the balcony. The wraiths rise from the ground like a smoke and charge at each other, but isn't some random scuffle. Some of them are taking order from a commander on horseback, and their stance suggests military training. There are two sides, and the side with the commander has noticeably fewer soldiers. It seems like they are guarding something. Even at a distance, you feel the commander exceptionally strong-willed. Listen to their story. You approach the strong-willed commander and speak. It's Outback, surprise. What are you doing here, civilian? It's too dangerous. Evacuate before it's too late. We have this area under control. You ask him, what's going on? He answers you amidst his busy command. We were moving supplies from the Great Hill to Fall East River when we got ambushed. I got work to do, so stop asking questions and get to safety. Just helping? You offer help to the commander. His ominous glow diminishes. Go on then. Help that squad over there. And with that, he turned his horse and charged at the incoming wraith. I cannot do it! My God. You are no match for the rats and get knocked out during the fight. You wake up in Martin's house. He hands you a bit of cash. Thank you, I appreciate your effort, but I will have to find someone else for the job. I'm sorry, yikes. Aku kurang kuat. One rainy, damp afternoon, you are strolling around the city of Hansel, looking at the setting sun in the sky. At that moment, with the blunt sound of something breaking, the door of a nearby tavern is shattered into pieces. A man falls to the ground and rolls. He shouts after wiping the blood on his mouth with his sleeve, jumping back onto his feet as if nothing happened. Ha! You pathetic midget! I'll take you all once, I'll kill you all! Then two dwarfs ran out of the tavern with the response. Such a big talker you are, Pastor. Today will be a funeral. With the commotion they are making, quite an audience has gathered up to see what's going on. Call the guard! You call upon one of the guard patrolling the street to stop the drunkard from fighting. The guard comes through the crowd and pulls the drunkard apart from each other. Don't make a fuss and follow me quietly. They also swing their hands at the guard, but are silenced after a few swings of his club. The audience grumbling return to their business, and you two turn your step to some other place. A pile of stones blocked the road you were trying to go. According to the miner absorbed in the restoration work, there was a landslide a few days ago. Inevitably, you turn to go the other way. Just then the miner grabbed you by the shoulder. Wait! There's a huge snake over there, so don't go. Someone said that they eat traveler. The miner shakes his head, saying that the number of travelers who have always been eaten is over 10. If you want to go through the tunnel, wait, or how about you help us through the tunnel together? Let's try it, I guess. Wow, yes! You ran a pickaxe from a miner and joined the restoration work. When you use your strength to split the pile of stone, the tunnel is revealed instantly. It's a little dark inside the tunnel, but there's no problem passing by. You greet the miner and enter the tunnel. About half an hour after you walk inside the tunnel, you can see something moving not too far away. But because it's dark inside, it's hard to tell what it is. Stop. Yikes. You freeze and watch it, but it snaps at you, seemingly to have noticed you. By the heavy oily stench entering your nose, you realize it is a black pudding. Huh? You quickly pull out your weapon to avoid becoming its next victim. So, ini kayak slime. Please be good. Yikes. Apa aku ganti weapon ya? Oh my. Unable to get rid of the black pudding, you run away. Fortunately, the black pudding does not chase you, but hides in search of other prey. You find some people burying something. They stop to catch their breath and wipe their sweat. Konstitusi +1. Kalau ini Can I eat this? Oh, cuma konstitusi. Jadi nggak nambah health-nya kita. You find some people burying something. They stop to catch their breath and wipe their sweat. Then noticing you, they scream in surprise. Awkward silence hung in the air. Then the people approach you with their shovel. I'm sorry, it has come to this, but we cannot let you live here alive. Huh, I think I can kill you. You don't know what they are trying to cover up, but you decide to fight them. I knew it. I can do it. Because you are not a monster. You take down the bandit who suddenly tried to attack you. You find the steel chest with a big lock that they were trying to bury. Yikes. You hit the lock as hard as you can, but the lock is fine. You give up on opening the chest and move on. Sial! While sleeping in an inn, you wake up to a strange noise. It sounds like someone is eating food, occurring intermittently. It disturbs your sleep all night. Unbearable. You search the room, but fail to find a sword. The following day, you come down to the first floor with a sunken eyes. The innkeeper looks at you and asks if you are okay. You tell the innkeeper about the noise last night. He scratched the back of his head and sighed. Did you hear that too? I've listened to it for days but don't know what it is. The innkeeper apologized and added that he will be better soon, as he had reported to the police. Let's investigate. You walk around the town and inquire about the noise of the inn. You learn something special, that the strange noise isn't only heard in the inn. A wench tells you the story. I hear that sound near the sewer. It may have something to do with it. You part with her and leave the place. Let's try it. You walk into the underground sewer. However, you cannot see a thing, as it is pitch black even in the broad daylight. Reluctantly, you leave the sewer. Well, you are walking through a jungle thick with grass and tree. Just then you find a grove giving off a mysterious vibe. You are intertwined with each other, creating an arch. It looks like an entrance to the another world. Among the intertwined tree is an engraved sentence. Take a guess. My hair is made of leaf. Apparently, it is quiz about something that's hidden in front. Try it. You are mysteriously drawn to it and step into the entrance. After about an hour of walking, the road divides into 3 different paths. At the left entrance are maple tree. At the middle entrance are ash tree. At the right entrance are oak tree. What? Oak, maple, ash. My hair. What does that mean? Maple, I guess? You head to the road with a maple tree. After walking for a long time, you hear someone giggling. And before you know it, you are out of the forest. Oke, bener berarti. You read a sign hanging on a restaurant. It's the Red Dragon Dinner, famous for its spicy dishes. The taste of fire, try our new Red Dragon bread soup, free for anyone who finishes within 50 minutes. 15 gold prize for anyone who break record. Soup costs 10 gold if you failed. Let's try. Aku masih punya uang. Yep. Ya. You decide to try out the soup. The waiter brings out a bowl of boiling, dark red liquid that reminds you of lava. You start eating right away, the soup practically burn off your tongue, and you nearly black out. You leave the dinner drooling and 10 gold short. You are enjoying the sunset as you travel through a hiking trail. Wind from the top of the mountain tickle your nose with an ominous scent, and with that arrow rain down on you from above. Dodge! Oh, aku mati. You fail to dodge all the arrows, some pierce your armor and flesh. Blood dripped to the floor. Your mind was away as goblin emerged from the bushes. Please, please. Let's attack. Get the human! Osh. Yay! I die. Yikes. Yikes. You barely manage to escape from the hobgoblin. They pursue you with their short legs, but fail to catch up. You find a decent-looking shop for an adventurer. Here you may craft weapon and armor using the loot from the monster. Oke, ada apa di sini? Ya ampun, uangku cuma 55. Demi apa Tuhan? 31. Ini sama. Ada yang lain? Atau mungkin 100 gila, mahal banget. Oh, ini consumable. Silver ring. 86. Kalau aku ini, ya ampun, cuma harganya 1. Ini 13. Gak ada aku, swear. Gila. Mahal. Gara-gara aku tadi dirampok. You find a small cave in a rocky mountain. It seemed to have been home to a bandit. You enter the cave. The passage narrow and widen until it opened up into a room. In it is a goblin in a fancy armor. It is hobgoblin and it charges at you the moment it sees you. Charge! You slam into the charging hobgoblin. As you hit him, the hobgoblin collapses miserably. Spit out blood, tooth, and comes towards you again. Okay, better I guess. Yes. Oke, dapat gold banyak. Kenapa nggak tadi? The hobgoblin falls, screaming. You take its belonging. You encounter an old woman unexpectedly in the field, opening stall. With her only remaining eye, she glanced at you, then speaks as she had been waiting for you. Oh, you finally come. You must have been waiting for me too. Come, take a look around. The old woman wrinkled hand point to the item on the stall. What is this? A mystical orb. Hey. Wee. Wow. I want this. But I only have like 13, I guess. I don't. Sorry, I don't have money. Nah, ini habis lagi jamku. Sorry. You find a metal cage, half buried in the mud. Inside this dried up corpse, you feel a pain due to its rotten stench. Can I bury the corpse? You get closer to bury the corpse, but the wraith of its owner seems to consider you an enemy. The wraith comes at you by a terrifying scream. I guess this is the end, I guess. I guess this is the end. Oh no. Promising, but not enough. You didn't get to fulfill your dream, and you were remembered as an ordinary adventurer. You wanted to believe someone will weep for you and remember you. Your grave was just like any other ordinary grave, and on the tombstone it said, RIP. Oke teman-teman, sampai di sini dulu adventurernya. Kalau kalian suka video aku, please klik like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!